Hello everyone, welcome back to the next part of my walkthrough guide. We have already finished the tanking role quest, so we are back here at the bottom of the ocean, ready to talk to Rejoining. I've let the Ando down, but more than that, I let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. Oh no, he does kettles too? What's that you've got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with heartache and laughter and the transcendence of life, like the turmoil of history made manifest. I could see the brilliance of the crystal legacy. You'd never capture such a gleam, not if you labored for 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where me tools, god damn ye, I must set to work before the feeling fades. Alright, the next quest is the Illuminated Land. Rejoining is brimming with newfound inspiration. That's good to hear. I can feel it, a vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lass, and let me itching hands get to work. I only wish it was that easy to convince Geralt back home to be able to get to work. And done. Taking the wonders that crystal showed me and channel them into a new shape what befits Ando's spiritual character. Oh, pretty. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of the ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Norvrons and gobbled up every scrap of crafting wisdom I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, me work was just no comparison. Couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. Mystery for the ages, that's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop from the forges burning, then lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, I might never have gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it just holds speaks directly to your heart. I can still feel them coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger than ever. Give me a choice and I reckon I could weave that crystal saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to FFXIV for me, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Now you have access to his forge. Equipment rewards are available based on the role quest you have. Alright, so since we do tank... Okay, awesome! We get some new outfits! We'll just buy one of each. Yeah, I've gotten so much stuff here. And... yeah, we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that. This might take a while. And... yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, we can go back for that later. Okay. Awesome. I love the new armor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this out as soon as we're done here. Yeah, we can get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. There we go. So that looks like good for now. My question is, how do we drag that heavy thing back? Because it's huge. I mean, unless he made it, like, super, really light. Which I suppose he could. What is it you have there? This profusion of brightly glowing coral-like branches is most definitely not a kettle. The sacred lamp! Then the Finless One has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups, and now you come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival has been the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamps and unveil its astral illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once the prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ando, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
I thought you were always watching.
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? It was Brandon's then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you. About the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emet-Selch was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream, when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Okay, so we are running out of time. I don't know how much time we have, but it can't be a lot. The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, this way lies downward. Follow the path of the coral and rock and join your comrades below. Okay, so it looks like we're heading down to the darker part of the ocean, at least judging from the coral here and how dark it's getting. Oh! Okay, that makes getting up here a lot easier. I didn't know we could just jump. Please go away, I don't want to fight right now. Meeting the Ando was fascinating. They live just like us in some ways, but act completely different in others. The way they think, the way they play. I'd love to come back here and learn more about their culture. Will the dome last that long, I wonder? Probably. Emet-Selch had made himself difficult to reach. Yet every step we take bringeth us nearer to his stronghold. Let us not linger, lest the Exarch suffer for our late arrival. Yeah, not to mention us. You have everything you need? If that arson fellow is as skilled as we say, then you may wish to avail yourself of his services ere we press on. What, you didn't notice what I'm wearing? If Emet-Selch is in that trench, then we'll have to assume he's not swimming in salt water. I wouldn't want to suddenly find ourselves at the edge of Bismarck's bubble with no air to breathe. Well, you and I should be okay. The others, not so much. It seems far darker down here, but I'm not starred at a few shadows. We are moving as a group, yes? Yes. During the time I've spent helping the Ando, I've been introduced to quite a few of the local varieties of sea life. Although sea monsters is mayhap the more apt term, perhaps best to avoid them if we can. All are gathered, yes? Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west and west. The path is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance, and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find... Oh no. Oh, come on. Go away. I don't want to fight now. I want to get to the end of the story. Okay, so I'll stand back here. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Carabin Gap, and in the barrier we place at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. A most succulent explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't you know it's rude to interrupt people when they're talking? Jeez. Right, deeper into the depths we go. Once in the cavern beyond, you must follow the wall all the way down. At the bottom, you will find a passage to the northwest. Follow it far, far to the west. Okay, well, thank you so much. You know, I noticed that no one seems to be talking about my brand new armor. That would have been nice to mention. Oh, hello. The walls and core are bunched up by the cavern wall like a staircase of sorts. But be careful, you wouldn't want to slip from up here. I'll be fine. You're right, it is just like a staircase. How convenient. I say that a lot, that everything is so convenient, but it is. Oh, I see one of those there. Okay, so we got a geyser that will give us a quick trip back up to the surface if we have to. I waited those bursts of water could carry you clear to the top again. Not that I'm eager to try it. Why not? I'll try it. But maybe not now. Our guide had bid us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet, 'twould seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instructions. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. Okay, so he's gonna go check out that one. We'll go check out the one down here. Yeah, there we go. Look at us. We look so badass. A dark knight riding a behemoth. Doesn't get more intimidating than that. Y'shtola hath forged ahead. Shall we continue our own advance? Yeah, I see her. The rock drops off sharply here, but I should think this coral thick enough to serve as a bridge. This is coral. I mean, it looks like something, but it sure doesn't look like coral to me. Oh, we found Alphino. Ah, Claire. You have a choice of 2 routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks, or skip along this coral branch as Alize has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Oh, it's not so scary. And of course, Alize goes skipping on ahead. Phew. Not to it. Alize's already gone on ahead. We should catch up to her. And I noticed you just stand there. Alright, so let's see where she is. There you are. Come on, I think I found the tunnel we're looking for. So, we gotta be getting close to the stronghold. And I think that there's supposed to be one more aetheryte crystal down here, so who knows what that's gonna look like. Okay, so I see a glowing part of the wall that looks too unnatural to be coral, but hey, in this world you never know. Here, this must be the barrier the Ando spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Claire, I elect you to do the honors. Right, in case something leaps out and attacks us. Very smart. Gone, just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Yeah, they are trying not to think about what's coming. I can tell that they are just trying to keep our spirits up. But they are all deeply, deeply worried. Oh, Perilous is right. Look how many of these things are waiting for us. Go away, leave us alone. We're not bothering you. I know that it's only going to get me into trouble, but I can't help it. So once we move on, we will be able to miss what they will say. It might be funny. I doubt it would be funny, but hey. That is a very long drop. Please, no heroic jumps over the ledge, Claire. I don't think my heart could take it. Oh, she knows us all too well. Nate, I'd not want to chance that leap. Hugging the northern wall on the way down seems the wiser proposition. Okay, I got it. Excuse me. Walking dead woman over here doesn't want to fight you. She's got more important things to worry about. Go away, please. Okay. Where thy foot falls, my friend, our road taketh ever onwards, unto ever deeper darkness. Oh, there's no need to worry about that. I mean, there's a very good chance that I'm going to light up again real soon with all the light stuck inside me, and then there won't be any worry about the dark. You'll just have a badass Sin Eater on your hands that you have to deal with. I mean, we gotta be getting close at this point. Oh, are those, like, skeletons in the wall? I think they are. That's kind of cool and creepy at the same time.
By the gods.
When the Ando spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ando settlement were solid material structures. But these... everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Okay, that looked really, really cool. I mean, you gotta hand it to these ancients. They sure know how to make things impressive. How did Emet-Selch do all of that? One cannot blame the Ando for fleeing the spectacle of these brooding edifices. We, however, have not the luxury of fear. Emet-Selch holds the Exarch captive somewhere within that vast city. Yet even if we must search every alleyway, we will find them. When the chieftain spoke of his light shining from the abyss, this is not at all what I had imagined. Why would Emet-Selch do this? You think all those tall, dark buildings would be frightening, but for some reason, they just make me feel sad. It's big, I'll grant you, but cluttered city streets are far more conducive to infiltrate than wide open spaces. This will work to our advantage. Trust me. Claire, do you note that style of the architecture? 'Tis the same used for the remnants at the cups and the murals painted towers. Look closely. Emet-Selch has not simply reclaimed the ruins. He has layered the settlements with an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering, though it pains me to admit we do not fully understand the feats of which the old world Ascian is capable. Yeah, I mean, if he can make an entire city from memory, that is freaky. We have found our destination, but how do we descend onto the city itself? Well, normally I'd say drop, but that might not be a good idea. The end of a world. Alisaie is steeling herself for the task ahead. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at that tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Okay, yeah, so this is going to be like the other half, and it's going to be just as big as the first half. This was not at all what I was expecting when we came down here to the bottom of the ocean. The first half was somewhat what I expected. This, not at all. But I am so happy they managed to impress me. I'm so happy that they did not show us any clue of what was waiting for us in the 6th area. I did not ever expect to see a city like this here in Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, I think the closest I was expecting to was Garlemald, but even that is nothing compared to this. Imposing doors. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel.
Claire Fay, recognized. Welcome to the city of Amaurot. Will you be riding the lift?
What? Did that building just welcome you? Mayhap it is not so passing strange. Did Emet-Selch not invite Claire to visit his abode? 'Tis plain thy coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us?
The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is precisely configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor.
Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we. I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. Oh, I love Alisaie. She's so caring about us. I wish to ride the lift.
As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. Next stop, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capital.
Oh man, it's huge! If mine eyes do not deceive, we stand in the manner of some communal square. Just a moment, I thought I saw something. Okay, what? Seems peaceful enough, he said, tempting fate. I just can't believe how tall everything is. Each of these towers seems a veritable city in itself. Even a Gigas would feel inadequate in such a surroundings. Oh yeah, it's huge! Clearly the ancients thought bigger was better. It's only at this distance that you can start to realize just how big the building truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amaurot? Look, over there. Okay, that's creepy. Is that a person? Oh no, my mistake. That's a giant. It doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giants or no, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I'd say we make the first move. Alphinaud, you can't just... Oh! Pray excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions?
Oh, what adorable costumes! Are you children of the excursion? The district has much to teach you.
How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. And which district is this exactly?
You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polynos district, where lie the instructions most vital to the management of our stock.
Can you tell us where to find Emet-Selch?
I see you come to marvel at the workings of the Convocation of 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back?
No, thank you. We will be fine.
Very well. Take care, little ones.
Okay, that's creepy. What was that all about? To mine eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emet-Selch wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Ascian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiac, and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphinaud. This ethereal Amaurot and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emet-Selch hath resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation, to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say if we use that to our advantage. Split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding the convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. So let's just go and speak to some people. If nothing else, it looks like this place is at least devoid of monsters, which I am very grateful for. Oh man, just look at these guys. Was this how big they used to be? I mean, it makes sense why the city's so big, but still. Optimistic Amaurot.
It would seem the hall is host to a most precopious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? Ah, the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. 'Tis only natural you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most vigilant among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Lordgref, Matron, Emet-Selch, their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become simulous with their increments. Thus, it is with great incredulity that I read this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. It proved true to be an unprecedented development, and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I, for one, am confident that they shall deliver our star unto salvation. One can never be too young to take an interest in the rhetorical arts. Welcome, little one, welcome. What a precocious little child. How may I help you, little one? Do you wish to reuse the transcripts of the great debate? Or would you like to reserve a room for the discussion? We are here to serve your needs.
Well, at least they're polite. It's hard to read with, like, their words all in red, though. Red on black. Who thought that was a good idea? Oh, okay. Anxious Amaurot.
Good gracious, child, where's your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard, though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, a catastrophist is keeling from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot, and wrests from us our control over our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Every great impulse, it separates from our minds and gives substance, an eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself is fallen ill, as if a force immediate to life now festers and spreads. 'Tis only a matter of time until Amaurot too resounds through that desolate sprawl. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them.
Well, it's nice of it to worry about us. Oh, look, so this must be another child. Okay, I can see why they would think that we were little kids. But still, I mean, it's still about twice our size. They might think that we're like toddlers or something at this point. So where am I supposed to go? Oh, an aetheryte crystal! Okay, head for that first. Yes, and it looks just like the ones that the Ando had in their village. Okay, and that should be the very last aetheryte that we have here in Shadowbringers. Oh, now I'm sad. But you know what? There were still some buildings stretching all the way to the Ando. So I'm surprised that Emet-Selch didn't want to go out that far. Then again, maybe this was enough. I don't think he needed to stretch it out any further than this.
This is the Bureau of the Architect, little one. If you require assistance, I should be glad to assist you. But are you certain this is where you should be?
Nope, not at all. Pragmatic Amaurotian. Ooh, what's with the passionate one?
This is your first time here? Take a number if you haven't already, and settle in for a good long wait. Welcome to the Bureau of the Architect, little one. I should be glad to assist you in locating the concept you seek, after I finish assisting those ahead of you in the queue.
Well, I think you might need to hurry because this guy doesn't seem too happy about it.
An audience with Emet-Selch? I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. And besides, he won't be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you've been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be set upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said that the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions, one which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite those laws of existence. 'Tis a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience.
So they must be talking about Zodiark here. So the 14 members, just before the end of days, got together to summon Zodiark before the city was destroyed. But then there were those who summoned Hydaelyn. And that doesn't make sense. Why would they summon Hydaelyn if Zodiark did end up saving this city? Unless... Yeah, I have no idea where my thoughts were going with that. Let's just go on and find the others and tell them what we found out. I have a hope that they will be able to, I don't know, sum it all up nicely for us in a little package. Yep, here are the others. Well, at least 2 of them. Well, that was an experience. I was never truly fond of being treated like a child, but it did make asking questions less suspicious. Claire, if I was not certain before than I am now, the people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emet-Selch to recreate the ancient Amaurot. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have his story known. Okay. So the next one is a greater purpose. Alphanar is waiting for the return of our other comrades. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. I thought that our next move was our old move. Find Emet-Selch, beat him up, take back the Exarch, and find a way to save Claire. Twould seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this constellation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Ah, Orianche, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. 'Tis not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Ascians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in an age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reservoirs of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies, and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhaps, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emet-Selch. Has anyone learned aught what might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Constellation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a right of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said he couldn't help us since our names don't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder though, Claire, could you be eligible for one of these rites? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered in the Bureau as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Claire's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconverse in front of the capital. Okay, so Emet-Selch is clearly expecting us, so... Alright, so Emet-Selch is clearly expecting us. So, let's not keep him waiting, shall we? Am I going the right way? I love how the car just kind of looks like it belongs here in these great big city streets. But I'm too lazy to get off my wolf right now, so let's keep going. Can we jump over these? No, they're too high up.
Is something wrong, little one? Are you perhaps lost and need me to help you locate your guardian?
What do you do here?
Why, the same thing most other citizens do, I suppose. I debate various topics with my captors. I dabble in the art of creation. Every day I attempt to better myself in the world in which I live. For we citizens of Amaurot are the caretakers of this world, stewards who have harnessed the power of creation itself. It is an honor and a duty we must not consider lightly. You are yet young, so very, very young. You needn't concern yourself with such lofty concepts just yet. Attend to your studies, and I am certain you will grow into a proud citizen and avid creator.
Okay. I'm administrative clerk.
A visitor's word? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Claire Faye. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Claire Faye, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emet-Selch himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of District Percent, and the clerk will issue you a visitor's right for the capital.
Ah, so he definitely was waiting for us. And don't you love that they make you wait around for paperwork? Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, you know what this game needs? It needs to relive the horror of waiting at the DMV just to get your license. Oh, I hate the DMV, and that's what it feels like. We're going to the DMV to get permission to do whatever. But I digress. Oh, come on! I was just getting used to not having monsters stalking my every step. Ah, that's fine. I mean, I know all my mounts move at the same speed, but Why does the flower here feel like it goes so slow? Almost there. We still have gaps in the map, but that's okay. Oh man, this reminds me of a courthouse now.
Next, please.
Visitors' right application. Application documents requesting permission to enter the capital as a sanctioned visitor.
Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called when your application has been processed.
Oh boy, we gotta wait some more. What just happened? Seriously, what happened? Who were we in the past?
Your visitor's right as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within.
Oh man, I don't know what to think. So we were once an ancient ourselves? Like in the past? I mean, I think that's what he said before about how everyone's souls, like from way back then, was sundered into 14 pieces, but... So, we were definitely an Amaurot ourselves, like in the ancient past, before we were sundered ourselves. And so we and Oddbert were once one person? Really? How does that happen? I mean, with Geralt and Junalt, not only are their names similar, they look goddamn near similar too. We don't look anything like Oddbert, but I suppose that's not really the point, is there? Ah, Claire. Oh, no one looks happy. Oh, good, you're here. Everyone seems to be present and accounted for. Your Stoll and I have just returned from the institution the locals called Academia Adner. Well, from its public offices at least. We thought an Ascian place of learning the ideal spot to research your condition, but it seems we lack the credentials to enter the Academia proper. Oh boy, that's the problem with big cities. You need permission for everything. Master Thancred can best describe our chances of infiltrating the capital. I only hope thine efforts to secure permission were successful. Finally, you were gone so long I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic ventures? Well, I got the visitor's rights, but I found out some very interesting information. I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing too, Urianger and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. 'Twould seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of 1 ilm. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that Emet-Selch's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Rien and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amaurot's today. They would happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Claire? What ought worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a right? Oh, you're gonna love this. A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Ascian scheming has been leading to this? All this time. But if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Aye, I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiark to reclaim his throne as his will of the star. If that was merely a step along the way, I hesitate to put into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Ascians mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their sacrifice to Zodiark. That does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Ascians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not. That's to say naught of what Emet-Selch plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Claire, and when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after, by everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. No pressure, huh? Is fighting Emet-Selch the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. A greater purpose. Oh boy, so this is it. The final confrontation is waiting for us right through those doors. So the next one is Shadowbringers, so this is going to be the final one. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. Alize appears to have made her decision. I mean, I know I am. Reen appears to be brooding over her choices, and faintly trembling hands betraying her mounting trepidation. Thancred stares quietly into the distance. He seems calm and assured, his easy stance born of confidence rather than false bravo. Oriange glances your way, his expression hesitant. You can see the struggle as he agonizes over the words he wishes to say. Y'shtola meets your gaze with a strange smile. You seem to recall her wearing the selfsame expression when speaking with Lys and Rudnar. Alphinaud is lost in thought, his eyes downcast. There is, however, no signs of the self-doubt which once assailed him at the falling snows. Alright, so that's going to be it for now. I will be coming back soon to complete the last quest here for Shadowbringers. I hope you're all looking forward to it. I am so ready for this. So, until next time, take care.